Is there a right way to keep research notes? Do you have a method that works? If so, let us know in the comment sections below. That's how we learn from each other. I've got a few tips and tricks I've learned over the years to help keep great research notes, and I'll share those with you in just a moment. If we've not met before, or this is your first time watching, I'm Connie Knox, a lifelong genealogist, and I'm here to help you go farther, faster with your family research. Getting a few good habits right from the start, or even from this point forward, if you're already researching, will help you keep your head on straight, focus on your research problem without getting bogged down in all of the minutiae. Keeping great research notes will keep you from repeating your research and keep you moving forward quickly to answering your research questions. Now that's worth repeating so you don't repeat your research over and over again. Keeping your research notes in chronological order will result in your ancestors' timeline. It's like killing two birds with one stone. The result is great research notes and a timeline in one document. This document is an ever-changing and developing document while you research. It will likely be the most important document in your files because it contains a person's lifelong timeline, all of the facts, and the evidence you found. It is the culmination of all your hard work. Research notes contain only the facts and sources of positive findings of your specific ancestor. It is not all of the places you've looked. That's a research log. You'll want to keep individual research notes for each ancestor, and you'll want to title it at the top of your page like John Doe, born January 1st, 1889, research notes. Then you'll continue on with vital statistics and information in chronological order. Birth, christenings, marriage, children born, land purchases, newspaper articles, death, obituary, burial, etc. All starting with a date and then the event. For example, 1 January 1889, birth, John James Doe was born in Anytown, USA. His birth date was confirmed on his military pension file in the 1900 census. And then you'll want to add a footnote reference after each fact. I use footnotes to cite my sources for every fact within my research notes. This way, if I write a report for a client, I can cut and paste most of the details from my research notes into the reports, and source citations will follow. The source citation is information about where the evidence was found for every fact, such as an interview, book, website, etc. You'll want all of the details in the source citation, so much so that anybody could find the exact information about that fact. If you write in Word, source citations can be added as footnotes by using the reference tab at the top of the page. This way, as you add your research notes, the source citation numbers update automatically without you having to renumber your notes and citations to make sure that they correspond. This is done automatically for you no matter how many times you update and insert within your document. In my opinion, this is a must-have item when writing research notes. Without it, your sources will likely get lost and mixed up with other facts. Additionally, by using footnotes, your research notes are easier to read and more fluid without having to wade through all of the source information. You can read the ancestor's timeline logically and stay focused on the subject. One last comment about footnotes. Footnotes will stay on the same page as the note you referenced as opposed to endnotes. Endnotes will collectively stack at the end of a document. I don't care for endnotes in my research notes or for any of my research reports because if someone copies just one page of a multi-page document, then the source information is not included with the copied page. Instead, it's on the last pages of the document, and thus one copied page does not contain the source information. For genealogists, footnotes are what you want. However, in the future, if you want to change all of your footnotes to endnotes, it can be done easily in Word without retyping everything. To learn how to write proper source citations for your footnotes in a scholarly manner, you'll want a copy of Elizabeth Shown Mill's book called Evidence Explained. In it, she covers every type of source needed for a genealogist. There's a link to the book in the sections below. Research notes and research logs are filed similarly. The difference between the documents is that research notes contain the evidence and facts found, and a research log contains all the places that you've searched for the answer to your research questions, regardless of the positive or negative outcome of the search. If you can, write your research notes at the time of your research findings, right there in the library or the archive. Then you're likely not to repeat the same work over and over again. I type my research notes in Microsoft Word. I save them with the same filing system discussed in the video called Good Filing Habits from the Start. For example, I save research notes for, say, John James Doe, born 1889, at the top level Doe folder, followed by Doe, John James, born 1889. For your research notes in the file name, add a 1 in front of it so it always stays on the top of your documents when sorted by name in the folder. Your research notes are your one file for each ancestor in your folders that you'll use the most, so you'll want them handy. By adding a birth year, it separates him from any other person with the same name and tells us that they are research notes all in the file name. This also helps when researching files. I only keep one version of this document and constantly update it with new findings, although my backup system is keeping my documents backed up continuously. Research notes are the backbone of your research. It's the one document you want clean and clear and up to date every time you work with your ancestor. It is a chronology, the facts, the sources, and the conclusions of what you've discovered. In some cases, it may be the only culmination of an ancestor's life. Honor your ancestors with great research notes about them. They'll become the basis of your next book. I hope you found this helpful. Tell me about how you keep your research notes in the comment sections below. Give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell so that you see the next videos as they're being produced. For now, I hope you keep on trucking with your genealogy. We'll talk to you next time, and keep on climbing that family tree.